Zambia, good morning. Muzuhile chwani kaufela Zambia. Sapili ni batakufitisali litumelo ahulu kubo Sapili ni batakufitisali litumelo ahulu kumwandi. Thank you so much to the people of Mwandi. Last night was nothing short of a miracle. The candle lighting ceremony was more than I expected it to be. You came out in numbers to see me, to light the candle with me, and I would like to say thank you for believing in me, for trusting me. Your support was so overwhelming, and I look forward to after 13th August when we can start to make Mwandi great together. Mabani nenikomokilea hulu. Mane mabani nenikomokile maswe. Kutilebaengi. Mwahai mwalu na moma Mwandi. Kono abaskai pia. Hulu na batuba Mwandi. Lu komokilea hulu because kaufela luna luasiziba sizo saluna. Sizo italusa kuli. You must always go kwa mlenengi when you're in his principality. Anyway, I have no idea why no courtesy was paid on our senior chief Ananganga Imwiko of Mulobezi, Mwandi and Sesheke Principality. Therefore, for me it was very surprising because we know our culture, and our culture demands that every time you're in this district, you have to pay courtesy call. Really, it's tantamount to going to someone's home and just entering without knocking. We'll probably discuss that another day. We are here because yesterday we had an honor of being visited by the President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, and he addressed the people of Mwandi district. Sir, we are existing in a democracy. A democracy means that the people have a right to choose who their leaders will be. In this democracy, Mr. President, you were given the mandate for the last 5 years to be the commander-in-chief, to hold the highest office of the land. But to come to my district and basically command my people, your people, not to vote for me because you said so, is not democratic. The people have a choice. The candidate that you came to promote yesterday has been the member of parliament for Mwandi for the last 5 years. The people of Mwandi had very high expectations, Mr. President, and they have been thoroughly disappointed. 2 months ago, Mr. President, you called me. So I thought that our conversation was one that was had in private, that none of what we discussed was going to make it to social media. But alas, you, Mr. President, mentioned our phone calls. Mr. President, my answer has not changed. My answer is still no. I would like to tell the nation and the world at large that having a one-sided conversation is not good enough. You should have told the people yesterday what it is you offered me that I said no to. I don't know many people who would have said no to you, even just based off on the fact that you are the president of this republic. I support the people of Mwandi and everything that they believe in. Mr. President, I will have to repeat what I said to you, to the country. I am a politician. I seek this office because of servitude. I want to be the leader that my people expect me to be. Not one person that can be bought or sold. You gave me a guarantee that should I withdraw my candidature, sir, this was already after nominations. You said, should I withdraw my candidature, you would include me in the people that will be appointed because I'm a youth and because I'm a woman. You guaranteed me to say that when you form government, you will appoint me. You guaranteed that I should join the national mobilization team, your campaign team, sir. All these things do not amount to the love I have for the people of Mwandi. I must say, Zambia, that this was a very, very tempting offer. In this economy, I don't know that many people who would have said no. Mr. President, you reached out to my father. Before you talked to me, you asked my father to soften me up. And his answer was, you are talking about a grown woman who can make her own decisions. You speak with her. Today, Mr. President, I have exercised my constitutional right to belong to an independent faction that stands for the people. We are tired of partisan politics. Honestly, who will represent my people? If I had said yes to you, Mr. President, who was going to represent Mwandi? Of course not your candidate. Mr. President, I would like to bring to your attention, because we had this conversation, sir, and I told you these reasons, but Zambia doesn't know these reasons. But I'll say this again to you, Mr. President. For as long as the people of Mwandi consume this caliber of water, Mr. President, I think the angle is not even good enough. For as long as the people consume this water, Mr. President, I say no to your offer. For as long as the children are walking more than 20 kilometers to school, Mr. President, I say no. The women in Mwandi, Mr. President, are giving birth in ox carts on their way to the hospital. And that's those people who actually get to go to the hospital. Mr. President, the women here, they give birth in their huts. They don't even know when their due date is because they have no maternity care. Mr. President, the situation is dire. The people of Mwandi need a representative, somebody to fight for them, somebody to speak on their behalf. I would like to reach out to each and every independent candidate who stood down, who couldn't take the pressure. Today, we think of you. But for those independent candidates that continued with the mantle of serving their people, kudos to you. Kudos to you, Gary Nkombo, Honorable Gary Nkombo. Thank you, sir, for standing your ground. The people deserve representation. This is a democracy. I think that when people say Western Province is the UPND's bedroom, the Western Province voted for the UPND even when they were in opposition. The Western Province voted for the UPND in 2021. Neba pangile suti. Ona ye suti eba bulela bo President kuti ampange suti. Neba ipangile ma 2021 minabatu. Suti askaba tusa. The suit did not help them in any way. When you talk about the 10 provinces of Zambia, the Western Province is at the bottom of the barrel. Honestly speaking, if this is the president's bedroom, it's in a deplorable state. I would like to address the fact that the president said I was in PF just 2 days ago. Mr. President, so was Honorable Sunday Chanda, so was Honorable Kampamba Mulenga, so was Thomas Sipalo. All these people, here they are. They are your candidates in the UPND. So, you didn't choose me. I was very heartbroken about it because I was definitely supporting you. But today, Mr. President, I stand independent, outside partisan politics, because the situation in Mwandi is above politicians. It's above the negotiations at the table about who takes which seat. Mr. President, Zambia at large, the people of Mwandi, their healthcare system is in a deplorable state. A few months ago, a woman in Mavumbu ward died because she got unwell in the evening. There was no lights, there was no electricity. The people there had to use cell phone light to cannulate a vein. Zambia. I'm so sorry for the interruption. But Zambia, we need to stand up. For as long as we're going to depend on politicians to fight and parties and politics to bring development, especially in the Western Province. For as long as we continue to field in the wrong candidates with no vision, candidates with no love, then we are definitely in the wrong direction. I would like to talk about Mwandi for just 5 minutes. Mwandi is located just right after Kazungula. It's the border between the western and the southern part of Zambia. The opportunities are massive. This road that we speak of is a 120-kilometer road that has not been graded. Not even graded. 120 kilometers. And today, the president can come to Western Province and spend time talking about me and not give us answers. Mr. President, we expected you to come to Western Province. Talk about the promises that you had made in 2021 that you have failed to fulfill. Not come to us and make fresh promises. I speak on my own behalf and hopefully on the 13th of August on behalf of the people of Mwandi that it's unfair. We are checking a scorecard, sorry. We're going to check a scorecard. Mr. President, we have been living in this Zambia. All the things we talk about, all the complaints, it's because we have been living in this country where the economy is being translated into spreadsheets, but the cost of living is still high. It doesn't make economic sense, Mr. President, to have a single-digit inflation rate, but the cost of living is still very high. No, we have to move away from an economy of spreadsheets. It's not translating to the lives of the Zambian people. So I stand here speaking this way because I cannot believe that the president came all the way here to not provide answers, to prop up a candidate that the people of Mwandi have already said they do not want, and come all the way to decampaign me. Mr. President, and to everyone at large, I'm grateful for your time, for listening to me. Come 13th August, Zambia, it's your chance. This chance only comes every 5 years. They are going to ask you, why are you voting for the candidate that you're voting for? And you're going to answer the reasons why. This is a democracy. It is not a dictatorship. And by the way, UPND sorry about that. The UPND has become a very I hope I'm back on. My final remarks. The UPND has become a very colorful party. 1 or 2/3 majority of the UPND are former PF. So one day we will wake up and wonder if there's even a difference between the UPND and the PF. Thank you, Zambia. Thank you for your time. I will continue to soldier on. I will forge my path. I and my people, the people of Mwandi, will continue to find Zwelopili wherever it is that we can. And to the donor community, please get in touch with me. We need to bring fresh and safe water to the people of Mwandi district. Thank you, Zambia. Thank you for paying attention. And we will continue to light the candle.